What's going on, YouTube? It's the boy, he the drama, aka Drama. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How y'all feeling? May 8th, another news video coming your way. Drama alert. You already know what we finna do. I got a couple of things I want to talk about with you guys today. So I hope you guys are sit back, relax, chilling on your way to work, whatever you got going on right now. Whatever time this video finds you was the right time. How about that? So anyway, let's get into some things. You already know I gotta turn this down because I can barely hear myself. You know what I mean? I need to know that I'm saying the right thing, even though we already know I'm about to mess up some of these words, child. I'm about to mess up some of these words, child. But anyway, you guys, today is the day, and let's talk about some things. So we got Pokemon champions here. They think they have found themselves the secret weapon, according to Game Rant, for Switch 2. They're using Switch 2 as their secret weapon for their new game, Pokemon Champions. I have not seen the trailer for this game, so let's look that up real fast, because to me it kind of looks, from what I'm seeing, it looks a little bit, and from what I'm hearing, it also looks a little bit like Pokemon Stadium or something. You know what I mean? Let me see what's going on here. Pokemon Champion announcement trailer. It was announced 2 months ago. Let's see what they're talking about. Gone are those days. Love those days. I gotta say, this trailer looks fire. This trailer looks fire. It definitely looks fire. So it's like a battle game. Pokemon Champions, now in development. It's going to be on Nintendo Switch, iOS, and Android. Oh, that looks like that could be a game changer, bro. I'm not mad at that at all. That looks cool. I can't believe this is my first time hearing about the game. It looks really, really good. Let's see what they're talking about here. So anyway, it says people are waiting for an official Pokemon game that focuses on nothing but battles will have their patience rewarded, as Pokemon Champions will be coming soon. It will be playable on Nintendo Switch family consoles, so I'm assuming that's going to be even the older version once the 2 comes out, and mobile devices, making it likely that anyone can play it. The announcement of Pokemon Champions has caught the interest of many, as aside from being accessible, it is shown to have advantages over previous games when it comes to providing a better gameplay experience. This is especially true with it being available on the Nintendo Switch 2, as the next generation console contains certain features that can positively affect its battles. So they're thinking that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be the biggest platform for the game. But honestly, I'm kind of feeling like it's going to be the mobile side, but we'll see. Anyway, although there is information on excuse me, although there is information on when Pokemon Champions will be released, people can at least look forward to and speculate on what the game will offer once it's out. Given that it will be on the Nintendo Switch 2, the game will likely utilize the console's social features, namely its exclusive game chat communication platform, having it do here we go. I was doing so well. Having it do so will make battles more fun and exciting, as there are functionalities that seem designed to be taken advantage of by the Pokemon PvP battling game. Although it would mean people would be required to purchase a Nintendo Switch online subscription, the cost would be worth the additional benefits. Okay, so let me just say this before I go forward, right? And this is not just Nintendo's, a Nintendo Switch thing. This is all around the board. So I'm talking Sony, Microsoft, and Switch. If we're gonna be paying these astronomical numbers for these consoles and these games, I think it's time for y'all to let go of the paying for the online subscription. So PlayStation, I know, but I just feel like it's time to let that part go. Just let that go. Cut us some slack somewhere. You know what I mean? Give us something, because we've shown loyalty as gamers and even casual consumers to these games. We buy these games and then we want to play online with our friends, but of course we can't play online with our friends because now we have to shell out another 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 just to get online and play the game that we bought already for $100 or more. Enough is enough. Okay, we're not, y'all charging an arm and leg for everything. Help the people out. Cut the online subscription out and just let us play our fucking game. Anyway, here we go. So it says, how the Nintendo Switch 2 game chat can enhance Pokemon Champions battle experience. The Nintendo Switch 2's exclusive online features, specifically what comes with game chat, will help Pokemon Champions provide a PvP battling experience that previous games the franchise couldn't do. Basically, I just changed that whole thing up, but it's okay. As for how it's going to do that, it's because of what the next generation console's exclusive communication platform allows if implemented together with it. With Game Chat, people can stream their battles to friends live, allowing them to share strategies they've discovered and help others better understand how to play. That's cool. Since the feature allows for up to 12 people in one session, it makes for an audience, which could lead to better battles and incentivize the combatants to entertain the viewers. If used together with the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, it can provide a more immersive battling experience, as participants will be able to see in real time how everyone feels regarding what's taking place. While there are some concerns regarding implementing game chat, especially when it comes to cheating, Nintendo can do what's necessary to make them non-issues. Hopefully the company does, as Pokemon Champions would be better off if it had the tools to maximize its PvP potential, which the feature can provide. Let me just say this. The game is going to be, it's Pokemon, so automatically it's going to be uber popular. We've waited for a game like this for quite some time. This is what the past wanted Pokemon Stadium to be. It would have been great. I'm wondering with the Pokemon Champions thing, if it's going to be just us bringing our Pokemon maybe through the Pokemon Home service, or how they're going to work that out. I'm curious to know how they're going to do that, or is it just going to be we can pick whatever Pokemon we want and we battle that way, which would make the game even bigger in that sense. Or maybe there's a way to unlock certain Pokemon, maybe there's some microtransactions, like how's it going to go? I'm assuming with the game being on mobile, it may have a lot of microtransactions. Just my thought pattern. However, I definitely think that regardless of if you have the Nintendo Switch 2 game chat situation going on or not, you'll still be able to do all these same things that they're mentioning in this article, just by streaming or however, Discord even. So you guys, this is looking promising. Pokemon Champions, I think we definitely need to give it up for them for that. It looks good, and I can't wait to see what else they got going on. Moving right along. So here we go. This game has been uber popular, and shout outs to them for bringing back that turn-based feel that we used to get from like Final Fantasy X and X2. The Expedition 33 game hits #1 on a chart that you'd never expect, according to Dual Shockers. It says with over 2 million copies sold, 2 million. Give it up for 2 million copies sold is fire. With over 2 million copies sold and currently the highest rated of 2025, Sandfalls Interactive Expedition 33 is one of the best success stories of the year. But the game isn't done yet, as it managed to capture the top of another chart that came completely out of left field. Aside from its gameplay, Expedition 33's music has seamlessly captured the ears of its gamers, as it's even getting playtime even outside the actual game. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been watching people play this game, and that's one of the things that I like. The soundtrack. I'm a big soundtrack type of nerd guy when it comes to these games and even movies. So when I heard some of the songs that was happening on this soundtrack, I was like, yo, this soundtrack is nice. Like it keeps you immersed in the game. If you haven't seen or heard Expedition 33, you definitely need to get into it. It is a game that I do plan on playing probably around the end of the year. It's on my backlog right now because I got a lot of stuff I'm doing. But I'm definitely gonna play the game. I've been popping my head in and out of some of my favorite streamers, watching them play the game. So yeah. Aside from getting the attention of the president of France, Expedition 33 has now captivated the ears of those who hears its soundtrack. This has led to the game to claim the top spot on the Billboard Classical Album chart. So this instant song has went #1 on a Billboard chart. Give it the what? Dang, that's fire. The game soundtrack has debuted to #1 this week, which is an impressive feat given the game isn't a AAA title with oodles of money to throw around for marketing. To be honest, even though it wasn't technically a AAA title, by it becoming so successful, it is. The game stands out. It stands out in such a way. It's something that we just needed. Honestly, it's the lane for this game was wide open. Even Final Fantasy kind of abandoned this lane just a little bit. They've gone, completely open world, no more turn-based stuff. So, hey, kudos to them for jumping back in that lane. Not only that, but Expedition 33 has also snagged the top spot in the Classical Crossover Album chart as well. So that's 2 charts. The platform's weekly ranking are a reflection of the global popularity of songs across various genres, with the database on sales and streams. Expedition 33 also managed to hit 13 on the official soundtrack album chart. Whoa! And 31 on the official album download chart as well, adding to his accomplishments. So basically at this point, Expedition 33 is outdoing some of your faves. I'm just saying. It's outdoing some of your faves, some of your favorite artists. Anyway, to date, Expedition 33's soundtrack has gotten over 18 million track streams. That is fire. Since its release on April the 24th. Do you know that was not that long ago? It's May 8th. There are a total of 154 tracks in the game, which equates to 8 hours of music. If you're thinking of listening to it while working or whatever, you can check it out across various platforms at this place, which we're not going to, but I'm pretty sure it's on all streaming platforms. Check them out: Spotify, Apple Music, you know the ones. Since its launch, Expedition 33 has impressed and even set records that we didn't even know existed until now. Sound a horn on that one. They're eating it up. They're eating it up. What's the next step for the devs? They haven't shared anything yet, but they are open to DLCs, given the game's tremendous success. If you've yet to try the game, our reviews explains why it's a must play. And I am going to say every time, from what I've seen, this game is a must play. I am playing this game sometime around the end of the year. If you need help, in getting rid of the paintress, we have a full walkthrough that will guide you to the finish the fight. Period. Congratulations, Sandfall Interactive, and here's to many more accomplishments. And that also comes from Drama and the Drama Alert. Y'all ate that. Y'all ate that down. That's very huge. I mean, they could even won a Grammy for this game. Isn't that crazy? Here we go. You know, Bungie, y'all are having a tough time this year, and so I'm not going to kick y'all while y'all down just yet. However, let me grease my lips for this, because I don't know what y'all gonna do. I don't know what y'all gonna do. Because, you know, y'all were putting in betting on Marathon to be that girl, and right now, it's looking like someone else is taking your spot. Now, do we need to name names, or should I say? I'm gonna say Arc Raiders is looking pretty goddamn good, and it is taking the fire, your thunder, and I don't know what you need to do, because honestly, Marathon does not look like something that it just don't look like something I will recommend anybody to play. But, you know, it could end up being good in the end. Let's see. Marathon. Let's look at Marathon, you guys, because they are definitely hoping that this game is going to be successful. This is not Marathon. Oh, well, shit. Yes, it is. Okay, here's the full trailer. Let's go. From the creators of Halo and Destiny, Bungie. The look, the colors, fire.
Death. The end of all things. But the dream is not over. My dream. Yours. Now. Run.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if this was a third-person game, I would be all over this. I'm not even gonna lie. The style, the whole sci-fi cypher, you know, that's my favorite. That's me. But yeah, I don't know. It's coming out in September, so they still got a ways to go. They still got a ways to go with Marathon, and I'm hoping that they can gain some fire back, because Arc Raiders came and they apparently became your biggest competition, and Arc Raiders looks so fire, so bomb. I am playing that game. I am buying that game. So, you know, here we go. Anyway, though, I'm assuming, you know, Bungie's feeling like, hey, you know, we also need to have a backup plan in case this Marathon doesn't work out. So they're saying Destiny's 2 has hit an all-time low Yet again, Bungie is going through more problems with their games. However, Bungie reveals huge plans to save the first person shooter. So they are still believing in the Destiny 2 thing. I mean, are y'all even still playing Destiny 2? What's going on with that? I'm going to have to let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me just see something real quick. Let me see what Steam talking about where Destiny's is concerned. It's definitely not up here with the girls of the girls. This is another game that's starting to trend too, but we'll get into that on another time. Cause this game is starting to come up. I've been looking at it, seeing what they're talking about. Cause as you know, I said that I'm gonna expand my palette for a first-person shooter. So, I've been looking around. Anyway, it's definitely not in most play right now. Well, I mean, maybe it is. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, Destiny. I don't see you, babe. Oh, there you are, down here at number 47. All-time player base was 316. Now you're down in the 40s, the 40Ks. And currently, there's only 19,000 people playing. For a game that's been out since 2019, I don't think that's bad. I know they're saying that the game is dying or whatever, and but I don't think that's bad. However, Destiny 2, the multiplayer space first-person shooter from Marathon and Halo creator Bungie, starts the year of prophecy with the Edge of Fate expansion. So they are getting ready to release an expansion pack for Destiny 2. Okay. Destiny 2 has been around for a long time. First launched all the way back in 2017. Oh, it came out in 2017. So I don't think that's not really bad. The numbers are not horrible for it to be out that long. I mean, if people are still on there faithfully like this, I mean, even 19K is pretty decent for a game that's been out since 2017. The online first-person shooter has become something of an institution in multiplayer video games, despite embedding influent enthusiasm for the game among its player base. Even the creator Bungie works on its upcoming remake of the classic Marathon. Though it doesn't seem to be slowing down on the support, D2 in the Destiny 2 in the near future. Just today, the studio showed off what's coming in the next year of Destiny 2, including the announcement of 2 new expansions called The Edge of Fate and Renegades, due out very soon. So Destiny 2 is getting 2 expansions. That's pretty fire. I hope they're very big. That's pretty dope. Bungie got their hands full right now. They're battling with this other studio for Arc Raiders because I'm gonna be honest with you, in the gamerverse, it seems as if people are picking and choosing on which one they want to go with. Are they going with Marathon? Are they going with the Raiders? And honestly, we don't know. We don't know why people can't just do both. But then again, well, not everybody can do both. I mean, if you look at where we are economy-wise, gaming-wise, everything's shooting through the fucking roof. We're going to have to make a decision. We have to be very cautious about where we're spending our money for these games now. You can't just come out with a game how you were able to do these last 2-3 years. Bring your game out. Your game's still fucking broken, not finished. You're announcing these DLCs. They supposed to come out 1 minute, but they're not ready. No. When we put our money in this time, everything needs to be ready. Everything needs to be good. And from the gate, we need to get immersed and addicted to the game. No shade. So before today, the future of Destiny 2 didn't look especially bright. Towards the end of last year, the co-op game fell to a concerning congruent player count of just under 34,000 and still dropping apparently. With that number struggling to maintain a significant improvement since D2 is about to get a big shot in the arm. Though now that Bungie has debuted its plans for the game's near future, we've just learned that the Year of Prophecy will start this summer through the Edge of Fate expansion. This DLC will mark the beginning of the new Fate saga, set to play out over 2 expansions and major updates out this year, and 2 more expansions, Shattered Cycle and The Alchemist, due out in the summer and winter of 2026 respectively. So they're not leaving Destiny 2 alone. I'm gonna be honest with you when I say this. If you want Marathon to work, I hope Bungie is putting a hell of a lot more energy into Marathon than Destiny's 2, because while the expansions for Destiny's 2 is good, people are definitely going to be fiending for new. And so I hope that y'all are putting all your eggs in Marathon right now. The Edge of Faith expansion takes place on the planetoid Kepler and promises a readily bending storyline along with new abilities tied to the location and narrative. Renegade follows towards the end of the year with clear inspiration pulled from Star Wars. Okay. In both expansions and going forward, an array of Destiny's 2 design elements will be overhauled and reworked to make it easier to jump directly into activities. They even got a little trailer right here for the Destiny's 2 Edge of the Faith expansion. Let's see what they got
going on. Observe, connect, conceal.
Guardian, I had a vision.
Conform, comply,
that looks like Star Wars.
They just wanted to show us disasters.
Observe, connect, conceal.
I'm not human anymore.
Return, conform, comply.
No one else should know what this feels like.
Terminate your suspicion, Commander. Remove your scornful blindfold. Observe, connect, conceal, conform, comply, return. Observe, connect, conceal, conform, comply, connect, return.
And this comes out in July. Okay, Bungie, I don't know how big this expansion is going to be for Destiny's 2. I hope it's pretty fucking big. And I hope you guys have been working on it for quite some time, because just that trailer alone is not enough to make me want to put my money into it. Yeah, I think you guys need to drop another trailer. I think you guys need to drop a well, maybe not even another trailer. I mean, maybe another trailer, but maybe not at the same time. I think it would be good to drop maybe the first 15 minutes of gameplay, a mission or something to that degree to get the people hyped, because right now,
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
we don't care.
Anyway, let's round this article out. While you're waiting for these expansions, you can get your Guardian ready with our Destiny 2 codes, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, article over. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. But I do wish you well, Bungie. I do. I wish you well, and we'll be watching. We'll be watching. Anyway, in major fucking news, Elden Ring. My favorite from everything. FromSoft is here. Bandai Namco is here, baby. Let's do this. Okay. Also, according to PC Games, FromSoft is changing Elden Ring Night Ring's difficulty after the beta feedback. I am glad they listened. They listened because some of you know I did play the network test. And like I said, the network test left much to be desired. Okay, fight-wise, game-wise, all around. And like I said, I know it's a network test, but it just was missing that Elden Ring something. So here we go. FromSoft is making some big changes to Elden Ring's Night Ring after the recent network test, including to the overall difficulty. Every FromSoft game requires practice. Yes. They're challenging. Yes. But with a deep understanding of the mechanics and bosses, you can exploit the system to become victorious. This is true of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, and Armored Core. I didn't really care for Armored Core, I'm not gonna lie. That's why you can beat the Asylum Demon and Tree Signal the first time you meet them. Read my lips. I'm certain this design philosophy will be a part of Elden Ring Night Reign as well. But that doesn't mean changes aren't coming. After the game's recent network test, FromSoft has heard your concerns with the overall difficulty and is making some key adjustments to the balance experience. With the Elden Ring Night Reign release mere weeks away, and it's coming soon, FromSoft has the Souls-like game under the microscope. The network test from earlier this year has provided the studio with the invaluable feedback, leading to some big changes to launch the version. So whether you manage to take the network test for a spin or not, you'll want to brush up on exactly what's changing for Elden Ring Night Ring ahead of the launch. Meaning, get your back on Elden Ring and finish the DLC, because we know you haven't. According to game director, according to the game director doing the network test, FromSoft received a lot of helpful feedback regarding the difficulty. I can never pronounce this guy's name, but I'm so sorry. But that guy, he's that guy. We're going to call him that guy. That guy says the team made some adjustments to strike a balance that makes the game challenging as you progress, but still manageable. Gladius, one of the Night Lords, will also receive some updates. Some players have that to look forward to in the final game. It's unclear exactly what these difficulty changes could mean for the launch version, but it sounds like From Software is adjusting some aspects of Night Ring's challenge to make the experience more approachable. These changes also extend to how information will be presented to you during a Night Ring run, as Izaki understands that some map elements were hard to understand. Okay, here's my thing. It was confusing on where we going, what are we doing, what's the mission, what's the plan, and that's just Souls. That's a Souls game, right? But I think because this game is I say vastly different, but it's not super different, but it's still a very different experience to the way Elden Ring is played. I think they should change it up with the whole map and what do we do? You know what I mean? I think they should change it up for this game. But anyway, during the network test, some players found it difficult to understand what elements were visible on the map. True. And said it was hard to identify next steps or how to use some of the character movesets. To address these issues, we made some changes so that the information was conveyed more clearly to players during gameplay. Okay, I'm not mad at a little bit more linear situation here. That's good. During his interview with PlayStation Blog, Izaki also acknowledges how the strategy of Night Ring already felt repetitive. Facts. During the network test, and explains how FromSoft plans to change that. Yes. Give it up for that. The same strategy won't always work when fighting the boss. Your initial strategy may be effective for a while, but the bosses will gradually evolve and your tactics will no longer be viable, forcing you to rethink your approach. It almost feels like they're saying like it's going to have like that AI effect, you know what I mean? Where like, you can go in one way, but the next time you go in, it ain't going to be that same way. You're not going to be able to do that again. So even if you want to beat the boss one time, turn around and go fight him and beat him again, it's going to be a different fight, every time. I like that. That's fire. Also, in the final version of the game, you'll be able to determine the weakness of each boss before heading out. So if poison is effective against an upcoming boss, you may proactively search for and loot items that inflict poison more often in that run. Taking advantage of their susceptibility will give you an edge in the fight. When we intentionally designed the game so that you'll need to adapt and evolve your strategies along with the changes that happen in the game. With Night Ring finally right around the corner, yay! We'll just have to wait for a launch to determine how all these changes will affect balance. That said, these alterations are one of the key reasons FromSoft did the network test in the first place, so it could listen to players and adjust systems accordingly. We also have all the best call da 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 da. Anyway, I'm still excited for anything Elden Ring, you guys. Anything Elden Ring, we are excited for over here on the Drama Alert. And I'm always watching, always gonna play, always gonna buy. That's just how I feel about it. That's just how I feel about it. Okay. However, I'm nervous for this game. I'm nervous for this game. I'm nervous for the game. I'm just nervous for this game. FromSoft, I don't know right now. I don't know how people are gonna receive this game. It's Elden Ring, but it's Night Ring, so it's different, and I don't know if it's gonna have that same effect that the Elden Ring DLC had or the Elden Ring base game had. I don't know, so I'm nervous for this game. I'm gonna buy it, and I hope it does extremely well. I hope when we get this game, it is fire. It makes me want to stay on it, be addicted to it, play it all day long. I hope. Even if it doesn't, I'm still going to support. But speaking of Elden Ring, listen, I don't like this rumor okay? I don't like this rumor stuff. I don't like this. I don't like it. I need everything to be concrete. However, I have to talk about this because if this is true, my prayers and dreams have been answered. Elden Ring apparently has a movie in the works. Now, it says, confusion reigns as report of an A24 Elden Ring movie emerges, disappears, and emerges again. So I don't know if you guys knew. That's the reason why I didn't want to talk about it yesterday, because I thought that it was just some bullshit that they had just said on Twitter and it got popular and, you know, whatever. But it spun the block. And here we go. Oh boy. All right, let's see here. Yesterday, an otherwise unremarkable Tuesday rapidly became confusing for Elden Ring heads and people looking at particular corners of the internet when Nexus Point News, an entertainment news site, published an article claiming the Rehabilitation and Civil War director Alex Garland is set to direct an Elden Ring film adaptation for production company A24. Though it probably goes without saying, the story is seamlessly particular, and not just because Nexus Point News isn't exactly a household name in entertainment coverage. Less than an hour after the story was published, Nexus Point News retracted the report. That's the reason why I was like, because I seen everything. I seen everything when it came up, baby. When Elden Ring is in the topic, my eyes are open. Anyway, the story, which is still readable through the Wayback Machine, said that Elden Ring is expected to be Garland's next film and is expected to begin shooting in 2026. Start now. Don't wait. Start now. During its brief lifespan, the story had been shared on Reset Era in a now closed thread, earning immediate and understandable replies of what? It was then boosted by a tweet. See, this is why I thought it was just a bunch of shit, because of Twitter, X. I always feel like it's just a bunch of shit until it's not, right? But anyway, boosted by a tweet from well-known video game news and deal adjudicator, whatever, Wario64, whose 1.1 million X followers accelerated its exposure with the intensity of a deeply confused, While that tweet, why they always want to try to use these extra ass words like, I'm from the hood, bitch. We don't know nothing about all that man. Anyway, while that tweet also has been deleted, go figure, it was like a flashbang exploding in thousands of minds at once. We were supposed to look into this at all. or collectively agreed that it was a very strange dream. For our part, we reached out to A24, period, for a statement, and they didn't receive an official response. We also contacted Nexus Point, who said, "I am sorry, we can't comment on this at this time." So, hold on. Things took an interesting turn, however, when we also reached out to Bandam Namco PR representative, who replied with, "This was a fun thing to land to after my PAX flight and nothing else. Not a confirmation, but not a confirmation. The plot thickens, I think." So to sum this up, this is very well so possible. And I think the cat jumped out the bag a little too soon. This is just a theory. I'm not saying that it's happening. I'm not saying that it's not. I don't want to do misinformation. But what I am saying is it seems a little bit more likelier than not. Now, fine. Here we go. If there's going to be some Elden Ring as a movie, I just got one request. Just one little thing. Melania, whoever plays her, she needs to be that girl. Now, I don't know if it's going to be CGI. I don't know anything about the movie, right? I'm hoping it's more of like a live action, actors, just totally fired, just 100% fire. Like, whoever plays Melania and Ronnie, they need to eat it down. Please do not go and get some person that you got to pay $1 million and $1 billion or whatever y'all pay them. Please don't go get somebody like that. Get somebody that is hungry to set the tone. Get somebody that can really act, and not just for my favorite characters, but do it for every character. This is Elden Ring. Okay, we need this to be explosive if it's gonna be a movie. Don't ruin it for me. Don't do that. Don't ruin this for me. I need this movie to be great, top to bottom. And to be honest with you, just aside from just doing the movie, I really felt like if we ever was going to get anything live action where Elden Ring was concerned, I think maybe a show on like HBO Max or something like that would have been even better than a movie. But we'll take the movie. We'll take it all. Do them both, as a matter of fact. Do a movie and a show, because I want to see it. And I will be right there front and center watching. Make sure these actors are acting. Make sure they're eating it up. Don't go and get no big budget ass actor that, is just going to show up like, "Baby, where's my check? Okay, here's the lines. Okay, I'm going home. I'll be back tomorrow to run it again." I don't want an actor like that at all. Skip all of that. Give us somebody that you could throw some big budgets in there, but I don't know if they need to have like this crazy part. Give us somebody that is truly ready and hungry and want this movie to go crazy. Make sure there's somebody that has played Elden Ring, that understands the concept of this game. Like, hello, I'm not playing. Anyway, it's still just a rumor. We don't know if it's actually going to happen, but God, I hope it does. That's all the news I got for y'all today. YouTube, this is the Drama Alert. Thank you for watching. Have a good, productive day at whatever time of the day this video finds you. Was meant to be the right time. And I will see you next time. Anyway, before I leave out, though, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button for me, please. Hello? What are you doing? Like, you knew better than that. Anyway, hit the like button. And if you don't already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos to come. I am your gaming, media, and variety gamer content creator. And I'm new, I'm small, but I'm mighty. And I'm growing. And with your help, we can take this thing to the next level. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll check y'all out next time.